Hello, everyone. I'm Lisa D'Amico, curator of the Shine the Light virtual exhibit being hosted by Inside Small. And I have the pleasure of interviewing Jan Dolan today. Hi, Jan. Lovely to meet you.
Hi.
Jan is also the recipient of the third place award by our awards juror for this exhibit. So congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
It's very well deserved. And your piece has a beauty and a tranquility to it that I connected with immediately.
Oh, thank you.
And I know I'm not alone in that. So I would love for you to talk about what inspired you to create this piece.
Well, essentially, I have been doing a lot of, I go through series. So I've been doing a lot of series of landscapes with using collage and acrylic and just things on top. And that one is way into, I've done so many, they're all small, I can do them quickly. So over a year ago, I did an open studios. Actually, it was 2020 when I think about it. So that's 2 years I've been doing these in between other larger paintings that I do. So what it does is I really don't have a picture in mind. And then I start with the collages, and then I have a lot of torn paper, which anybody that does collages, you just have piles of beautiful things and you want to put this piece down. And so instead of painting, I'm actually using the colors I see and what works. So in my head, I did have like forest, and I walk a lot in the woods alone, and I see these trees that have come down and they have these beautiful colors as they deteriorate. So I had that in my head. So I didn't do it from a picture. I had what I had in my head. And the light coming through the trees, I take endless photos because I never use them, but endless photos of the light coming through the really tall, healthy trees. And then the dead ones on the ground are just as beautiful too. So that's what that was. It was just things that were there. So by fallen, I meant the fallen trees and the light coming through. And I didn't want to say light coming through. Somehow the fallen part just felt better in that sentence. So.
Well, it's a wonderful piece. I love that you combine paint and collage. How long have you been doing that?
Well, that's only a couple of years. I was never
really.
Yeah, I was. Well, I wouldn't say I was never into collage. What used to do in my paintings, I would put things on sometimes to. I felt the need to put pieces of just bits, I don't know, into my paintings. But I had never. It was only 2 years ago I started actually just putting the collage, which I made my own. I did a lot of dyeing of paper towels and things. That was just playing for me 2 years ago, and people loved them, so I just made more so I could sell them. And since then, I've gone back to painting more and doing the collage more as when I get kind of, I don't know where I'm going. So then and as I say, I've got stacks of bits. I tear up things I paint I don't like. So it's canvas, it's paper towels, it's a bit of newsprint, but not often. It's just more my own collection. So I've been painting forever. My painting as a small child, and I was encouraged, and so I've always painted or drawn or done something. So.
What is, before you started doing the collage and you were really solely painting, what was your medium? Do you use acrylics, oils?
Again, that's a change. So I've always painted in oils. Well, when I did a lot of drawing too, because I used to draw houses when I was in real estate. But I basically, my focus when I'm really going to paint was oil. And I started teaching here 6 years ago, and so I would say that I started using acrylics 6 years ago, and I realized how much you could achieve with acrylic quickly. You didn't have as much as of a struggle with it, it seemed to me. Although the more I use acrylic, the harder it gets. But it's certainly a much easier way. And now when I start a painting, I always do an underpainting in acrylic. And
Really?
then I might go to oil or even collage. So
my last question, Jan, what is your background? Are you self-taught? Did you attend art school or classes?
I was very lucky. When I was 13, I grew up in a working class area called Salford in England. And I was, as I say, I was always encouraged. My parents, my teachers in school, and I got picked to be in a little small group where they thought they'd introduce working class people, children, to art. And I was in that class, went every Saturday. We went to museums. We did all sorts of things that I never had seen before. And from then on, I then got into Manchester School of Art. So I've always been going to classes. I went to Mass College of Art. Anyway, there was a life in between, but I basically, I went to Mass College of Art. Started my master's degree, but didn't finish it because I didn't want to do the classroom teaching stuff. So I never finished my master's degree, but I've done everything: photography, pottery, printmaking. I sort of a widespread, just jumping in every few years to do something different. So and now I'm retired and I can just paint when I want. I've got two large paintings going in my bedroom. I paint in my bedroom, small house.
Jan, thank you so much. This has been wonderful. And your painting, Light on Fallen, is fantastic. And I recommend everyone listening to this interview to please go to InsideSmall.com and see your piece. But also, I will include your artist information. And I also encourage everyone to see more of your work and to follow you, because your work is spectacular. And honestly, I have become a fan very quickly, and I know everyone else will as well. So thank you again.
Thank you, Lisa, very much.